Welcome to the True Colours podcast, where we share our views on life, relationships, and culture, exploring big questions and providing simple answers to them, with your hosts, Jay Claire and Sally Olver. 3, 2, 1. And another episode of True Colours. Welcome, Sally. How are you doing?
I am well. Good evening, friend. How are you?
I'm super duper. I'm very happy right now. My team Tigers, your team Tigers too, won their final. I'm very happy.
So good. Maybe that's why I'm having such a good start to the week. We're just when you said, I'm super duper. I'm like, I am feeling super duper today as well.
Yeah, well, when your footy team gets up, it really does change your mood.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. It was just a really good launch into the week, wasn't it?
Yeah. We're gonna go to a couple of interesting. We're doing some topics about friendship. So, let me reel them off to you here. We got 3. They're all kind of interrelated, but the big one, it starts off. What is a real friend, and how do you maintain true connections in the digital age? Question number 2 is...
Who thought of that question? They must be a genius.
Yeah, genius called Sally.
Really profound question, yeah. Yeah, question 2.
Question 2, friends of convenience, okay or not okay?
Yep.
And number 3, when is it okay to walk away from particular friendships? And we thought we'd get a bit crazy with episode number 3, everyone. Episode 3, by the way. 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. Apparently the make or break of a podcast is getting up to 8. Usually most podcasts they get up to 8. So we've got a way to go.
Well, they haven't met you and me, buddy.
That's right. Well,
we can talk.
And this is how we're going to test what true friends. What is it? What's the question? What are true friends? Let me get back to that.
Yep.
What is a real friend? What is a real friend? So
what makes a true friend?
Yeah, technically, real friends should know some stuff about each other. So we've decided we're going to play a bit of a game here of who
icebreaker.
An icebreaker. Hi, my name's Jay. I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and have a shower, and then I go to work, and that's my day. All right.
Cool. Yep.
So I've got a random blog post, and it's called 40 Questions to Ask Your BFF to Find Out How Well You Know Each Other.
So good. I love a quiz. Remember I used to send you guys those group emails? Back before memes?
Yeah, back before memes.
Yeah.
Before meme. BM. Before meme.
Before meme. Life was good before meme.
Look, I don't even know. Like, I always even say, before all this, well, we are about to talk the digital age, so let's wait till we get, that's part of this discussion. So let's talk about that in a sec. So,
all right.
Now, I've got 40 questions that you want me to pick 5. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yep, go for it.
Answer it for each other.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. What's a good one here? Who would I invite to my fantasy dinner party?
Oh, okay. What do we say, like top 3?
Yeah, let's go with 3. And if you've got to get at least 1 right, I reckon that would be pretty good.
Okay.
So you got to do 3.
Okay. 3, for you, Jay, I would say Ali, Marley, and some person that sings really loud music, screaming guy. some.
Yeah, close. I'd say Henry Rollins. He's probably not like that.
All right.
That's close. So yeah, they're not too. They're pretty good ones. So I think you kind of like nailed it. That was pretty good.
Thanks, dude.
They're like they would be in my realm of definitely people I would invite. That's a very good answer.
Thank you.
I'm humbled.
Yeah. No, that's but you know, picking 3, that's hard for you and me. Like we there's a lot of people that we'd invite. And we didn't specify, but that's okay. It can be alive or dead.
I'm going to start with your Smokey. Your Smokey would have been Mother Teresa, just because that's funny. All
right, who are my 3?
Your 3.
Yep.
Your 3 would be Jennifer Aniston. No?
Not. I would invite her. Absolutely.
You would invite her. Okay.
Yeah. But
so I'm already way off track. Looking by that facial expression you made, it was like, what is this guy talking about? He's already on the wrong way.
All right. No, it's good. All right, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. Let me think. Who would it be? This is really hard, actually. MJ. Does it have to be alive?
No. Yeah, he'd be in there for sure. Yeah, he would be in there.
He would be in there. Okay. Who else would be in there? Oh, Jay Fox. He's got to be in there.
Oh! You know what? Yes. Absolutely 100% Jay Fox in there.
Jay Fox.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Let me think of someone of substance now. We've been just giving you like celebrity, like actors.
There's I wonder if you're going to get it. I'll give you 10 seconds to think about someone.
There's
one more person that I would invite, and I wonder if you know if you'll get it. Alive or dead?
Is it alive? So it could be dead. All right. Is it like Mandela or something like that? No, not even close, am I? Who is it?
Jesus.
Oh, interesting. I kind of had that kind of close with the Mother Teresa, but it was
you're on the right track. Yeah, Jesus, for sure. He would be my number 1.
Jesus, good old JC himself.
The OG, JC.
Rockin'. That's why we're friends, man. I'm a JC too.
You are a JC.
So that's question 1. So off to a pretty good start.
Should we leave the others till the end, buddy? Because we got some ground to cover. Like, should we see what we do with the friends?
Let's go with 3 questions.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Some of these are ridiculous. Why do you think we get along so well?
Why do you? Take it away.
Well, I think we get along so well, primarily because I believe we're both free thinkers. Like, I think we're very much alike, but we're happy to kind of, bust some shit out and talk about stuff. Open up the pot. We've got things in common. Like, we're both of Mauritian background. We both grew up in the hood. We went to the same uni. We worked together. But they're convenience friend things. Whereas I think there's more about the connection on how we think, I would say.
Oh, I like that answer. That's a very good answer. Okay.
Well, the answer's kind of, I don't know, what would you have said?
Well, I think, honestly, with any, I can't say any, that's a bit broad, but with most relationships, what keeps it, what sustains it is you've got to have chemistry. You've got to have natural chemistry. Whether it's a kind of a husband, wife, friends, siblings, whatever, for it to be of substance, I think there has to be some organic chemistry there. I don't think chemistry is something you can fake. Well, you and I are people, our personality types are such that we can't fake chemistry. It's either there or it's not.
Yeah.
But our chemistry together, it just fits, always has. So
it's
that
like
would be
what do you call it? We're basically we feed off each other. There's a kind of a muse kind of thing going on.
Yeah, like
in essence.
a mutual fascination of thought.
Yeah. Huh. I like
That's
it. Oh,
even a thing.
I really like this one. If I were a board game, which would I be?
Oh, Trivial Pursuit.
Trivial Pursuit. It's actually funny because I probably would have. You know what I would say you are?
Oh no! What? Don't.
What did you think I was going to say?
I'd say something like Snakes and Ladders or something.
I was going to actually call you the game of life.
The game of life. I'm Jason. I'm humbled.
I'm being as authentic as I can.
Look, I think it was really vulnerable of you, mate. Nice work.
It's a flow on from last episode. Here we go.
Yep.
All right. So there's 3 questions. I think we know each other pretty good. That classifies. Do you think that classifies us as real friends, Sally?
Oh, yeah. I think we're
Yeah.
I think we're a bit above that, actually.
We do refer to each other as brother and sister, so
yeah, pretty much.
That's a bit more than friends.
Yeah, that's right.
So let's go to that first main topic. Now we've solidified. You kind of need to know some stuff about your mates. What is a real friend? Is it kind of? We've already started talking about it. Really,
we have. Yep.
A real friend. A real friend to me is somebody who just takes you for who you are. Like they're friends with you because of just who you are. Like they're not trying to pretend you're anything else. They take you for all your flaws and accept you for the good and the bad. Till death do us part.
Yep. It is kind of like a marriage in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to, the commonalities will and truly help people's connections, but they're only where friendships start, I think. So, we met because we went to the same university. You were Indian, I was Samoan.
We were. Somehow we've changed cultures.
Yeah. Now we're just the same peoples.
Yeah.
And then from there, we've gone through basically the main part of life, which I think is young adulthood. Like, that's where you become who you are. Up until, not long ago, we were still, raging around, and now we're parents.
We've busted hips and can't rage around much.
Now it hits 10 o'clock and it's like,
feeling that.
What do you reckon?
Well, I think very, very much in line with what you're saying. But I think a real friend or a true friend is someone who is around when things aren't so great. And let me expand on that a little bit. So I think it's really easy to just be friends and have a good time and whatever when everything's rosy and everything's going well and da 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 da. That's the easy part. But then if you're doing life with someone, stuff's going to come up for each of you at some point, right? It's like, okay, how do you walk that out together? Are you going to walk that out together, or is one person going to say, a bit too hard, this is a bit too emotional, it's a bit too heavy for me, so maybe I'll veer off this way. And you know what, that actually brings me to another point. I wonder if another unique thing about our friendship is that we have actually lost 2 mutual friends over the course of our whole friendship. We've lost 2 very close friends of ours, best friends of ours.
Yeah.
Like in their 20s. So I think that's something that we walked out together with other people. It wasn't just you and I. There were other people around that suffered that loss as well. But that's something significant that we went through together. So yeah, there's definitely the good times have definitely outweighed the not so great. There's no doubt about it. But I think a real friend or a true friend, if those two things are interchangeable, I don't know. Probably, yeah. Is someone who can stick with you irrespective of the situation.
Yeah.
Because stuff's gonna happen. Stuff's gonna go down at some point. So are you the kind of person that goes, oh nah, that's too icky and murky for me. I just want the good, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean you're not a fun person.
Yeah.
It just means I wouldn't classify that person in my top 5.
Yeah. Do you remember? Were you ever on MySpace?
You designed my MySpace, remember?
Oh, did I? That's right. Designed your MySpace.
Can you help me?
Back in the day, my MySpace designer days. Yeah, and do you remember how like you could put like a top friends list? You put.
Oh, could you? That's brutal. Was it actually top 5?
It was like a top 8 or something like that.
Oh,
top 5.
Okay, all right.
We were talking about this the other day, me and Annie, and it was like, do you remember when you became my number 1 friend on MySpace? And it's like, yeah, that's.
I better have been in your top 5.
I think you were. I wonder if you could actually find it.
I think you could. If I'm not on there, there will not be an episode 4.
MySpace. What was I? I wonder if I was on there. That'd be too hard to find. Let me find such a few things. Anyway, it will take me ages to find that, won't it?
Why have you gone away?
Oh, you can't see me. Sorry.
No.
Sorry, I accidentally pressed the video button.
Yeah, great.
So
that's good.
Yeah. Well, that's I think it's pretty basic. I think it's basic, but it's hard. What a real friend is. Not hard.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that basic. I don't think you really understand that until you're older.
Yeah,
and you've had a little bit of history, and you've gone through more life experience, and you've got a little bit more wisdom, and you can sort of make that assessment, and you can say, okay, has this person really been there for me or not?
Yeah, and is there like a stage now where you actually think about it and you're like, was that person ever really a real friend? Or were they really a convenience friend? Good segue, by the way.
Great segue. Do it.
Convenience friend. Like, the people who are there, it's like a work friend. It's I think I gave an example of one not too long ago, a friend who you're friends with because you both had kids at the same time.
Yep.
You're part of the same group of, I don't know, like a church or something like that, or you're in a band together. I would actually say all the people I was in band, well, most of them I should say, that I was in band with, I'm still friends with now. But there is still part of that where there's actually some of them could have been convenience friends because you're part of a band. You're not so much friends with some of them anymore. So is that what delineates a convenience friend? And is it okay? Like if circumstances happen to be, here's an example for you. Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
When you first moved to Perth, obviously you didn't know a lot of people.
Yep.
So do you think during your stage of sort of getting to grips with your new situation that you made convenience friends and then you kind of were testing the waters? Like, how does that work? Like, how do you date?
Awesome.
How do you date as an older person? Make friends?
It's such a good question, and I think one day I want to cover the transition. I think it's a whole nother topic, transitioning, relocation, because that's a story. So the first question is the topic, I guess, is convenience friends. The next question is okay or not okay, and also you're asking me about my experience when I moved to Perth, right? So convenience friends, this is my take on it. convenience friends, I think, are necessary. So, okay or not okay? I think okay. I think absolutely okay, because you can't have deep, soulful connections with everyone, because that wouldn't then differentiate between your close mates and your acquaintances, right? So are we convenience friends okay or not okay? I think in most respects actually very okay, because it creates community, it creates social contexts. That looks a bit different in this day and age, but let's just take social media out of it for a second. Just convenience friends, physical friendships, right? I think it's totally cool to just have sort of like a fun, friendly working relationship with people at work, or I don't know, if you do lawn bowls or basketball or basket weaving or whatever it is. Like, if that's just your sort of your group, and that's sort of dotted around your life, I think that's fine. I have loads of convenience friends, and I think they're ace.
would you forget, John? You were one of my favorite convenience friends I've ever had in my life.
But here's another thing, right? Here's another thing that I've learnt as an adult. Someone said this to me years ago, and I dismissed it. I was like, no, we might have even spoken about it once before, Jay. I was like, no, that's ridiculous. Someone said to me once that friendships can be seasonal. Your friendship, our friendship, you and I, has never been seasonal. It's been a continuum.
What do you mean by seasonal?
So let me expand. So there might be seasons where you're super close, and then there's seasons where you're not. And I rejected that theory. I'm like, no, if they're not all the time, if they're not rock solid all the time, then they're not your real friends, blah, blah, blah. And now as I'm getting older, I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense, because you do get into, as you get older, some people have kids, some people don't have kids, some people travel, some people don't travel, some people relocate, some people. So you can't then just say, like, okay, let's say what our really good friend Ange, right? She lives in, where does she live? Somewhere cold. Alaska.
I don't know.
Shout out, Ange. We love you, sweetheart, so much. But would you just turn around and say, because we don't see her every day, she lives in a whole different country, would you just turn around and say now, oh, she's a convenient friend? Would you put her in that bracket? Or would you say she's a good friend, like, till the end?
Oh, look, she was obviously a good friend at a certain part of my life. Doesn't mean we're no longer.
But if you to see her, do you or do you not fall back into that immediately?
Yeah, probably. That's what it is. Like, but that's
so I wouldn't say she's now a convenient friend. I would say she's still a real friend.
Yeah, she's a real friend, but are you saying that that's not a convenience friend? That's a friend who you've got a genuine connection with.
Yes.
Just life circumstances that currently don't allow for that friendship to be what it used to be.
Oh, okay. I see how I've confused it. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, that's not to say that a convenient friend can't turn into a real friend, or vice versa, a real friend can't turn into a convenience friend. That can happen.
Ooh, a real friend downgraded to convenience.
Mate, if you're not putting in the work.
Got in the convenience aisle next to the snacks.
Yeah, nah. Back of the line. Back of the line.
So yeah, convenience friends are well and truly okay. We all go through different circumstances in life where we're adapting to new situations. We've got new experiences that we're trying.
That's right.
If you decided to just keep your friendship group this narrow group of people, how boring would life be?
Well,
who the people I find, not the people, the situation I find real funny is the people. Is this part of our questions? When is it okay to walk away from it? No, this is not really part. But there's people who are just friends because they're friends. Like I've known Jono since I was 12 years old. I've got nothing in common with Jono, but we every 3 months and we drink beer and we have a good time.
But maybe that's what they have in common, and maybe that's all they need. Maybe that those two people don't actually need. Maybe that level really works for them, and that's all they need from each other, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I totally if they're both in it, they're both invested, and all they do is get together and drink booze.
Okay.
That's it, and they're both happy.
Good on ya.
Homer thumb. Yep. I reckon that's okay.
What about? I'm not going to say specific names here, but people who, here's another question. So we all go through major life experiences. One in particular is obviously the finalization of your life partner, your marriage. Yep. And there's this weird thing that we do as human beings where we have to go, these people here are people who are going to accompany me as I get married in my wedding party. And I found to be a really difficult thing to do. And one of the things that I don't regret not doing it, but I didn't do certain things just not to offend people.
Of course, yep.
And I'm not saying that the two dudes, like my brother and my cousin Chris, who were to me, there's no.
So you haven't made any errors there.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, if you had to spread that out a little bit more, and you're going to have 2 more people in there, that's when you're like, who am I going to offend now? It's just. I don't know. What do you feel about that?
Oh, so much. Okay, I wanted my sister-in-law and whoever Matt picked, because it was either going to be that, or there was going to be offended, or I was going to have a bridal party of 45, right? So, Matt wanted the 3 groomsmen that he chose, and you know my husband well, Jay. He's not a man who asks for much at all. It's probably the only thing he's asked for in 16 years. So I was like, cool, that's what you want. But then I had to pick 2 others because I wanted my sister-in-law. I don't have brothers and sisters. Matt's got 1 sister. His sister is amazing. She's such a good chick, and we are such good mates. So choosing her to be my maid of honor was a no-brainer, absolute no-brainer. That was great, and I could have stopped it there. But then I picked 2 others, and it was a situation where I had to make calls. Do you know what I mean? There was you. I mean, there was you and Nigel. Okay, so close to these, Jason and another one of our really good friends, Nigel, that they were angry at me because I had a hens night and didn't invite them.
Do we get angry?
Oh my! Can you not remember saying that you wanted to hire a bus and that you would drive the bus just so you could come? Yes. And I was like, nah, dudes, nah. And you go, what do you mean no? We do everything together. How can you have a hens night? And I'm like, no, I know we do everything, but this is tradition. It's the girls. And then just on the night, I missed you guys so much. I ended up at Nigel's house later on.
Is that what happened?
I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Are you up? And he's like, I am now. I'm coming over. So look, again, if tradition works for you, awesome. that's great. But for me,
I know hindsight's a dish, but would you do it the same again?
what do you think? How was my DJ? Another story for another day. No, right. I would do it so. Matt and I talk about it all the time. We would do it so differently. It wasn't a bad wedding. It was a good wedding. Well, we had a good time, right? But I would do so much differently.
I feel like these topics are now flowing directly into each other, which leads us into when is it okay to walk away from particular friendships?
Dun dun dun.
Where's my present?
What do you reckon, Jay? It's a big question. When is it okay?
Well, we did kind of touch on this not too long ago, the whole ghosting thing. Like, it's a horrible way to end a friendship, I think. But I think the way I would say it is, when is it okay to walk away from a friendship? Well, it would be okay to walk away from a friendship if you no longer feel. Well, let me reframe that. If hanging around with that person is making you feel bad or feeling down, then there's no point in wasting that energy on that friendship any longer. I think that's well and truly a sign. If that person calls you up or you get an email from that person, you're like, oh man, I don't want to talk to this person, or I don't want to meet, but I'm just doing it because we're friends. I think that's that time where you just kind of, I think we need to, as adults, get to a stage where we can just go, look, we break up with boyfriends and girlfriends. Why not break up with friends?
Yeah, there is no friend breakup.
No,
and
you kind of
clearly there are a friendship. There need to be many breakups.
I've broken up with a friend once.
Have you? Oh, yeah. Yes, you have. Yeah.
Yeah, where like there was a disagreement on a situation. Person called me selfish and unempathetic, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to stick up with this crap anymore. And I basically told him to get effed, and when you grow a pair, then you can come talk to me again, and I've heard from them since.
So we know this person's a male.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I used to be in a band with this person.
That's sad. That's really, it's unfortunate.
Oh, look, I think it was coming to it as well. I think two big personalities. I
do not. I reject that theory. There is this thought out there. There's this philosophy that, two big personalities get into a room and one's gonna. And I'm like, we don't have that issue. We're not exactly shrinking violets.
No.
That two big personality theory grates on me. I don't like it. It's like, no,
probably a cop out.
Yeah, it's a massive cop out. It's like someone or both, one or both, usually both, have got some responsibility in that dynamic. It can't just come down to big personalities all the time.
Yeah. So what do you think? When is it okay to walk away from a friendship?
Hey, you know what? I think it's okay to walk away from a friendship when there's a clear imbalance in the investment. Okay? So when there's not a reciprocal investment, if there's one person always reaching out, and again, there are seasons. There might be seasons, like you might be flat out busy, you've just had a baby, blah, 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 and I'm like texting you and ringing you. That's not the time to go, man, Jason is ghosting me. It's like, well, no, he's not ghosting me. He's actually going through a really...
He's sleep deprived.
Yeah, he's going through a really busy time in his life, right? But I'm not talking about that. That's a whole nother story, and we need to, I think, stand by our mates when they go through seasons of the challenging seasons where they're busy. They're super, super busy, right? That is legitimate. I am talking about when one party is really really taking for granted the fact that the other person's going to put in investment whether they do or not. That's not okay. That's an abuse of power.
That's taking a friendship for granted, I think, is what.
Yeah, and I think that if it's talked about and there's some sort of resolution, awesome. But
yes.
if it's discussed and it keeps happening, don't waste your time. Walk.
Give it a bit of Craig David, hey?
Yeah. Just Craig David it out. You're okay.
Just walk away.
And you know what? This is no kidding. And this might have something to do with my faith, right? But every time someone's done me wrong and I've like, oh, but I don't want to not be friends with this person anymore. But I'm like, you know what? No, grow a backbone. This person is treating you badly. Walk away. I've always ended up with better friends that replace it. Always.
Yeah.
Like when I walk away, I don't want to say cut someone off because that's, I find that term brutal. But when I'm just, like, nah, okay, I've made the choice. I'm going to walk. Every time more people are brought into my life that are legit, kind, funny, reciprocal. It makes space. It makes space. It makes space for better relationships, I think.
Here's a good segue. Well, Annie was saying to me the other day, she's like, when are you going to go to Perth? Because Sally's the one who always comes over here. And I'm like, that's because she's got so much more to come to. Like, I'll go there, it's just her.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know. So many people have said to me, oh, we haven't come over to see it. And I'm like, don't waste your money. Like, honestly, Perth is gorgeous.
I was going to say the ROI on your investment's much higher than the ROI of something.
Well, I sort of think Perth is awesome to live in terms of lifestyle. As a holiday destination, I don't know.
Sharks. That's all I think about when I go to the beach there.
There's no sharks, man.
There's sharks.
There's no sharks. There's nets. We have shark nets.
I hear you got sharks and racists. That's all I hear.
Racist? I don't know. I don't hang around with racists, so I don't know. I can't say yay or nay. I think there's racists everywhere, bro.
There are racists everywhere, but very few. I think very few.
In Perth?
Anywhere, everywhere, most places.
Oh, very few racists, yeah. I reckon most
people,
yeah.
A majority of people are good people, yes.
Majority of people are awesome.
Which I think we spoke about the previous time. Did we want to I think we had this little segue bit in it about the real friend and how do we maintain connections in a digital age? And I was like, how do we maintain connections in a digital age? It's never been easier to maintain connections.
Oh.
There's absolutely no excuse. You can actually feel like you know what your friend, that you've got a connection with a friend by not even talking to them anymore. I saw what they were doing on Facebook and on Instagram. I feel like I'm keeping up with them and I'm not even talking to them.
Is that sufficient for you though?
No.
Oh, are you saying that's the paradigm now?
Yeah, like it's like, I already know. If I call up, this is Jono Blake that I keep on talking about. He's just going to be like, oh yeah, I saw how you went on a holiday. That looked really cool. Tell me more about it. Yeah,
and Jono's going to tell you about it, and then that's the end of the conversation because you've had you've got nothing else to talk about. So my answer to this, like how do you maintain friendship in a digital world? I would be interested to know, like, if we all shut it all down, which I'm actually thinking about doing. This could maybe be our episode 4. I'm actually thinking of going no social media because
Why don't we do a blackout episode where you don't do anything for a whole week? Don't even look at any. Don't even go online. Well, I need to do that for my work, so that's
tough. No, social media. Let's say social media, right? But my point is this: how do you maintain real friendships, real good quality connections in digital world?
Yeah.
Shut all your social media down. See who calls you.
Yeah. Well, I've already got an ongoing saga.
I would be so interested.
A current friend who I decided to, I'm not calling them because I feel like I've been doing all the calling. So the imbalance.
Okay.
And it's been since my birthday since I haven't heard from them.
Wow. Yeah. But do you know what? Like, that's just normal in this day and age now.
Seasonal.
It's just like acceptable.
It's only 6 months ago. But this is the world we live in, and I honestly used to really take that stuff personally, but it was probably the only thing that I ever really cared about. Well, because I really value friendships, and right now is if someone disrespects my time or my friendship or me as a friend.
Good. That's really good.
I don't really care. Like I'm like whatever. I got a family and stuff now to worry about rather than
that's right.
Friend and stuff. Like let me value the people who actually value my time and put the energy into the happy things rather than the down things.
It's kind of like this unspoken word that people that don't keep up. It's kind of like, you know what, my time's more valuable than yours. Like, what?
How are you measuring
serious?
that?
Based on what? Based on what? So you know what? Again, it's all fine. I think people change.
And it's okay to change.
And you either change together or you don't.
Yeah, and I think if someone hasn't effectively done anything bad by you or wronged you, it's just what you call fizzling out.
It's fizzling out, and it's also what I have started to do, friend, is I have started to match that person's investment.
It's like a government scheme of matching your superannuation contribution. Oh, dollar for dollar.
Minute for minute, buddy. Minute for minute.
You're on the timer. We've invested to each other currently 42 minutes and 56 seconds. Well, like that's a dual investment though, so there's no real reciprocation required.
No, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about everything. Is got nothing to do with you and I, really. The other people. Others.
The others. Isn't that a TV show? I think it's a TV show.
Because I'm just that type of person, and you're that type of person too, that will always make an effort because that's just who we are, because we love our friends, right? So you just like naturally make an effort, but then you realize you're the only one making that effort, and you're like, what? Hang on a minute. I have a lot of responsibilities in my life, and that's not a complaint. That's just a reality.
Yeah.
So why is it that your time's so much more valuable than mine?
It's really hard, isn't it? Because you don't know if they're thinking that same logic, though. Like, how do you know that or is that just an assumption that you think that they're valuing their time more than yours?
Well, the initial question is, when do we think it's okay to walk away?
Oh, yes.
So they might not think in their minds, they might not think that they might think everything's cool, and that's why I think a discussion has to happen. But that's what I'm saying. If that discussion does happen and nothing changes, then it doesn't matter what they think's acceptable or not, because your boundary has been violated again. So then if you're happy with that, if you're cool for your boundaries to continually be violated, go for gold.
Get some damn self-respect, person.
I'm not.
You gotta, once it gets to that stage, you just gotta Craig David. That's all you gotta do.
Just Craig David it out.
Craig
the
David,
other thing is,
over thumb.
Yeah. The other thing is, like, when I become friends with it, when I become not friends with Craig David, when I become friends with someone, like, I'm all in. Like, I'm all in. So
I'm baking your cookies, baby.
No, I'll probably drive through Macca's and get you a Happy Meal. Baking, but I'm willing to make that investment. Like, that's not an issue for me at all. But when that's constantly taken advantage of, you're just like, what am I doing here? What am I doing here?
You know what I'm doing right now? I'm going to wrap this conversation. I got to bust a move. But
have you had dinner?
Yeah, it's like 20 to 10. So I had lasagna from Saturday.
Yum!
That my mum made. Yeah.
That would taste amazing 4 days later.
Yeah, it was really soaked into it.
Oh, that's how it's. Yeah, great.
But what I'm going to do is end this this conversation on friendship with one more question. One more friend question. All right, let's go. Like I'm trying to find questions that I can answer for you.
That is cheating. And you're thinking about it. Cheater. Pumpkin eater.
I got it. It's a simple one. This question says, what do I put on my pizza? But I'm going to flip it. What don't I want on my pizza?
Ooh.
There's only one thing.
It's not olives.
No.
No, olives are great.
And I think we mutually agree on this, to be honest with you. It's pineapple.
Pineapple!
Pineapple is not a hot food.
No.
And I will argue that for the rest of time.
Sally,
it's been lovely talking to you, Sally. Let's end on pineapple. Do not have warm pineapple. It is wrong. They should create. If I was at the, what is that?
It is wrong.
It is wrong. Pineapple is wrong. Hot pineapple is wrong.
Hawaiian.
If I was the next leader of the United Nations, I would put a global treaty against hot pineapple. 5 years minimum jail, I reckon.
And I would sign that treaty.
All right, dude.
Home a thumb.
Home a thumb. See ya.
Night. Bye.
Bye.